Did you know your printer could be spying on you? And world governments, including ours, apparently want it that way.
Let's go to Tony Lopez. He's here with a revealing investigation into your right to privacy, Tony.
This one will get you thinking. We're talking about color laser printers. Would you believe they could have hidden secrets? And depending on what those secrets are, it could lead to the federal authorities knocking on your door. A simple sheet of paper, some text, a touch of color. But secrets lie on the surface, invisible specks that hold enormous implications.
It's not something that's sort of sunk into general public consciousness by this point.
Seth Schoen is a cyber investigator. His base of operation, San Francisco's Electronic Frontier Foundation, a civil liberties organization focused on privacy.
This technology seems to be the result of negotiations between the printer companies and the government, which happened in a very secret, very non-transparent way.
To see what we're talking about, it helps to be left in the dark with a little blue light.
So I can see the dots very clearly across the entire page here.
Black dots, but they're actually yellow dots. They only look black under a blue light, which makes them visible to the naked eye.
Looks like they're forming something.
It doesn't say very much.
Oh, but it says a lot. And it started with an unknown someone who had a thought.
I'm going to design a tracking circuit today. I'm going to make people's print jobs trackable and traceable. And they had to go to extra effort to take away people's privacy that way.
Schoen says these microscopic patterns are a printer's and copier's electronic fingerprint. They're intentionally added and reveal the exact date and time that print was made, and on which printer using its serial number. And that information is kept by the printer makers, who got it from you when you bought it and registered it. The company in turn gives it to the federal government whenever they ask for it. Only one printer company out of the top 10 responded to our request for information, and they declined to comment. EFF and other researchers believe nearly all color laser printers and copiers use this spy technology, many since the mid-1980s. The Secret Service admitted to us they have worked with other government agencies and industry partners on preventive countermeasures. The technology is designed to discourage the illegal use of printers and copiers in the production of counterfeit currency. So it only targets criminals, right?
I mean, knowing me, I wouldn't be doing any of that to do anything wrong.
But others aren't easily convinced.
If they got that much power, you're not just going to stop at counterfeiters.
The Secret Service tells us that's all it's for, but history may say otherwise. EFF knows of one man who called his printer maker, asking how to disable the tracking feature.
Not only did they not tell him how to turn the tracking off, but they actually reported him to law enforcement.
Schoen says the Secret Service opened an investigation on the man, but never filed charges.
But I think it's unfortunate that if people have concern about privacy, that they might get reported to law enforcement merely for having a concern about protecting their privacy.
It sounds too much like Orwell's Big Brother to people around the world. More than 1,000 of them have sent samples from their printers to EFF to help with their investigation. They've determined that documents are coded regardless of the country. And all of these volunteers are concerned about governmental secrecy, personal privacy, and the right to anonymous free speech.
It's just one more way for them to keep a tab on us.
It could make people think twice before protesting with pamphlets, flyers, or letters, which in turn could threaten democracy. In a 1995 case, the U.S. Supreme Court held that anonymous pamphleteering and other printed materials is an honorable tradition of advocacy and of dissent, and that anonymity is a shield from the tyranny of the majority to protect unpopular individuals from retaliation.
No justice, no peace!
Activists may now wonder if their printer is spying on them.
Makes me a little nervous.
Luis just came from a copy center.
Black and white though, so maybe that's what I'll do from now on.
So again, the Secret Service says, hey, we just use this to prevent counterfeit currency. But EFF, the group we talked to in San Francisco, they said there's no laws on the books to make sure that that's all it's being used for by the federal government.
Surprising, Tony.
Eye-opening.
I never would have known.
No, no idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.